Hello. In the last 10 years, I have developed a lot. I have noticed that now I am moving forward faster, advancing faster. It seems to me like I have more time now. And one of the reasons why that is because I have stopped complaining and making excuses. I have exchanged them with acceptance and taking responsibility to find solutions to the problems I was complaining about, or to find paths to changes I want to see. Complaining is very common. You can hear it every day from others and probably from yourself. To some, complaining is their favorite pastime activity, and some people complain almost all the time. And it's so funny to listen to them, but at the same time, it's so sad because they are saying nothing really. They are making no changes. They are just wasting their time and their lives. So why do we complain? It's because we don't like something. We want things, situations, and people to be our way. It's either our way or complaining way. And we can complain about everything because we can dislike everything. So complaining can be some kind of consolation since the things are not going our way and we don't want to do anything about it. At least with complaining we can somewhat put an end to it. And complaining can turn into judging sometimes. For example, when we complain about what other people have said or done or how they look. And this way, your ego feels superior to them. By complaining and judging, you feel better than them. Or at least that's happening in your head. Only in your head. So we can complain about everything, but for some things it doesn't even make sense to complain because we can literally do nothing about it. So if you want to stop complaining, it's best to start from those things that you cannot do anything about it. Like the weather, for example. We can all understand that we cannot change the weather, and yet we don't remind ourselves about that when we dislike it. So weather, especially rain, can ruin our plans. But we have to remind ourselves that that is always a possibility and try to change our plans or adapt since we cannot change the weather. I have heard from few different cultures a similar saying about the weather. And it goes something like this. Only a fool is angry at the rain. I like this saying because it's so true. What use is your anger? You're just suffering needlessly. And those are only two options. Either you accept the rain or you suffer because of it. So don't have any expectations on the weather. Don't dislike it or resist it in any kind of way. And by not resisting it, you will come to the real acceptance. You will come to the place of calmness. And you may notice when you are calm, or if you are observing calm people, that they hardly ever complain. Because for complaining you have to resist. And it goes like this. It comes from resistance, goes dislike, and then to complaining. And it can go even further. It can go to anger and shouting and violence. So you should stop complaining so it doesn't evolve into something even more harmful. And if you manage to do if you manage to stop your complaining about things you cannot change, that's a great progress made, because to stop that kind of complaining, you will have to remind yourself that you cannot do anything about that thing. And then you will start to think about the other things that you are complaining. Can you do something about it, or can you not do anything? Or do you even want to do anything about it? So you don't have to do anything about anything. But if you do not want to do anything, why complain? What use is that? You're just wasting your time. So you have to accept that those things will not change because you don't want to make changes. Or you take action, take responsibility and find solutions, try to change things. And this is a big step, the big final step to transform your complaining into real action and to finding solutions to those problems, solving those problems. And I think the best way is to start from yourself, because the most changes you can do are about yourself. And think about what we are complaining about ourselves. So I think it's physical appearance, health, our failures, and other events that are happening around us. So about our physical appearance, it's probably better to accept it than to change too much. Or if you want to change, I think the best way is just to be more healthier. And you can always work on your smile, because I think that an honest smile, honest and beautiful smile, can be the most impactful thing about your appearance. And it doesn't matter how you look at all. If you have that kind of smile, that smile can open so many doors, and not just doors to jobs and opportunities. That smile can open doors to many people's hearts, but only an honest smile. So regarding health, we are complaining about tiredness, pain, and sickness. You have to understand how those things work, try to accept them, change them, or try to avoid them. I have changed my relationship towards those things when I have realized that I am not my body. My body and me are two different things. I have started to identify less with my body. So when I'm using my body, I am using it consciously, I'm feeling it, I'm feeling what I'm doing, instead of just using it compulsively. And when the real consequences come of using my body, like tiredness and pain, I can distance myself from them, because it is not I who is tired. I'm not tired. You should not say I'm tired. Say my body is tired. Tiredness is perfectly normal and natural thing. It's a consequence of using your body and your mind. And if you do not complain about that and accept that, tiredness, pain, and sickness will last shorter, and in some cases much shorter. So we complain about our failures a lot, and we fail mostly either because of lack of information, we forgot something, or we are not paying attention to what we are doing. So just by paying attention to what you are doing, you will solve so many problems, and you will learn a lot and find more solutions. And if you do not find solution, you can always move away from that thing or that person, or try to accept it as it is, or they as they are. So imagine this: instead of, when talking to someone about your failure or things that you dislike, try to find a solution to the problem you were thinking to complain about. And just by talking to someone, you can find many solutions. And even if you have no one to talk to, you can try to write your constructive thoughts, and solutions may reveal itself. Still, you just need to be calm, and calm enough, and in time solution just comes out of you. I know that's a strange thing to say if you never experience it, but for me it worked many times, and for other people as well. So this is a potential of everyone. If you're calm enough, solution will come out of you, because solution is already in you. So if you are trying to make this big change of trying not to complain, you will still complain from time to time. It takes a while to completely transition this change. And when complaining comes, it will first come as a thought. If you are acting compulsively, you will just say that thought immediately. But sometimes you can notice your complaining thought, and then you can remind yourself, say, yes, I do not want to complain. And every time you notice, you remind yourself. But do not be frustrated or angry when that happens. You will transition faster if you're not resisting it. And try to notice when you're complaining, you're swearing, because we swear mostly when we are complaining. So try not to immediately speak your thoughts. Your second thought may be more useful. And don't take your thoughts too seriously. Most of them are just garbage. I still have many garbage thoughts, but instead of verbalizing them, I just observe them. I'm trying to understand them and transform them into something useful. But if that doesn't happen, I can just laugh at them. Your thoughts are always a great source for laughter. And since we should laugh every day, you can always something to laugh about. Your silly little thoughts. So if you have managed to stop complaining, you can even make changes with other people. When talking to people that complain, you can try to offer some solutions, or expand on the topic, ask them a few questions, and try to guide them so they on their own try to find some kind of solution to their problems they were complaining about. But in most cases they will just continue to complain and resist taking any solution. But if you have a right kind of attitude, calm, understanding, joyful, with a nice smile on your face, sometimes you can pull other people from their complaining trap. And I think that's a very beautiful thing if you manage to do it. You know, when people complain, you can see this negativity on them, you can see it on their face. But if you manage to present right kind of guidance for them to hold on to try to find solutions, you can see how their negativity is leaving their face, and their face is becoming thinking face. They are actually trying to see solution and maybe accept it, and in the end, when they accept the solution, you know, and all the resistance leaves their face, then the smile comes, and that's a beautiful thing. That's all. Thank you for listening. If you think this video is interesting and useful, share it with someone. And remember, time is life. So don't waste your life by complaining and making excuses.